Welcome aboard the Boat Buyer's Secret Weapon podcast, where we're dedicated to helping first-time and experienced boaters find the right boat at the best price and ensure all boaters have years and years of happy boating fun because life truly is better on a boat. Today's podcast is sponsored by the best boat captain on the water training. It takes the stress, frustration, and swearing out of those dockings and other tough situations so you can have total control of your boat or pontoon. Visit bestboatcaptainonthewater.com for a short video and all the details. Now, let's hop aboard and have some fun. Hey, it's Captain Matt, Boater Secret Weapon, and today we're talking about the most hated boaters. Yes, those boaters that you see on the water and your blood just boils. You see them posted about on social media all over the place. So let's dive in. The first, not what you may think. On this one, this is the guy that just goes above idle speed and just plows that water, getting the water all stirred up, putting out huge wakes. They're usually going by a boat ramp or a busy marina, or maybe they're going by the anchorage where everybody's at the sandbar and they're just plowing by thinking that there's nothing going on in the world other than them just enjoying the water. Meanwhile, they're just making boats bounce up and down and causing all sorts of destruction and mayhem. I call this guy Austin Plowers. Next, we've got the guy, he dropped 15 grand on a stereo, and he is going to let everybody hear whatever music they want to play. Usually, it's the worst kind of music going. This guy, I call DJ Turndown. He's usually at the sandbar or surfing or wakeboarding and just blaring his music way louder than it needs to be for anybody, let alone those that don't care for his music. Now, this one you knew was coming. This is the guy that lets his kids or anyone sit up on the bow with their feet dangling over the edge, especially on a pontoon where if you fall in, there's only one place to go. And unfortunately, there's been some very tragic accidents that have happened already this year. The bow riders. Do not be a bow rider. Please, please, please do not be a bow rider. Then we've got this guy. You've seen him running down the lake, running down the intercoastal, and they always have the brightest LED lights. That's the one upgrade they made on their boat, is to get the brightest lights possible, and they think they're headlights. I call him at least I can see guy, because all he cares about is, hey, it's too dark, I can't see. Meanwhile, he's got every other light on in his boat, which is ruining his night vision. So he turns his docking lights on, and now he ruins everybody else's night vision. Keep those docking lights off. Don't be at least I can see guy. You're blinding everybody else on the water, ruining their night vision. Same thing at the boat ramp. This one may be just a I don't know type situation, but you're leaving your headlights and your high beams on at the boat ramp. Well, the guy next to you, as they're backing down the ramp, guess what? Those lights are right in his mirror, right where he's trying to figure out where he's going in the dark, and now you're blinding him. Also, the guy that sits in the parking lot and shoots his light down towards the ramp, blinding everybody that is on the water looking back up towards putting the boat on the trailer, or even just sitting in your truck trying to back down with those bright lights. I call them Mr. High Beams. Keep those high beams, keep those headlights off once you get to the boat ramp. Of course, there's another boat ramp one. You knew these people. You've seen them. You've been frustrated by them. They're the ones that get their boat down to the ramp, and then they decide, oh, yeah, we should take the transom straps off. We should take the cover off. We should put the 17 coolers in the boat, and the wakeboard, and the fishing poles, and our 6 kids, and the 3 dogs. And, yeah, we got to get everything loaded up, and we still have to wait for little Billy because he had to go to the bathroom, and now we're just going to sit here until we're all loaded up while that line is packed up. Meanwhile, everybody else is taking care of business in the staging area, getting everybody loaded into the boat, are ready, at least ready to go to hop on once you get it back down and off the ramp in a couple of minutes. This gun I call oblivious at the boat ramp, just in their own little world, not paying any attention to the delay they're causing everybody else, and the backup at the boat ramp on a Saturday is already crazy busy. Now, you may have noticed this person at the sandbar, at the anchorage, at the island. They pull their boat up, they hop off, and they go start partying. Meanwhile, their boat starts drifting. The tide starts going out. Their boat starts getting stuck on the sandbar. Their anchor loses hold, and now they're just kind of floating around, and the owner of the boat is nowhere to be found. I call him Captain Invisible, making everybody else worry about his boat from running into theirs or causing mayhem and mischief or just floating away completely or getting stuck on the sandbar. Do not be Captain Invisible. If you're going to go party, great, but make sure you pay attention. Keep an eye on your boat. It's nobody else's responsibility but yours. Now, this guy, you find a perfect little cove, you're anchoring out, having a good time. You're just maybe you're fishing, maybe you found a great spot, you're 30 miles offshore, and lo and behold, some guy pulls up right next to you, throws their anchor out, puts their poles in the water, starts trolling right next to you. Now, I understand. Nobody owns the water. Everybody can be everywhere, but there's a little bit of personal space, a little personal consideration, I think, that should be given. If you pull into a cove, there's already a boat in there. Hey, go to the other side of the cove. Anchor a distance away from them so that everybody can have their time. Unless you ask, hey, you want to tie up and hang out? That may be a different story. But this guy I call too close for comfort. Hey, give a little space. Be respectful of some boundaries. And then, of course, you knew this was coming. I want to hear what you call this person. This is the guy, the boat, usually it's a jet ski. They cut right behind you, and they want to jump your wake. All they care about is getting to that wake, getting as high and as far and as sending it as best they can. They don't care whether there's a surfer back there, a wakeboarder, a tube. Maybe there's another boat on the other side of you that they're going to just shoot right out in front of. All they see is, oh, big boat, big wake. I'm going to send it. And I call this guy the wake jumper. Let me hear what you call this person. What do you call this person? Because I know you've got some good ones. I've seen them out there. I've seen them in the comment section. If you're new to boating, check out the Boater Bootcamp. It's a 3-part video series. You can get it for free at boaterbootcamp.com. Go check that out. It's tremendously valuable if you're a new boat owner. You'll be glad you did it. If you are struggling handling your boat, putting in the dock, check out bestboatcaptainonthewater.com. That program is incredible. It's helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people handle their boat with confidence. If you trailer and you struggle with that, trailer like a pro, whether it's getting on the ramp, off the ramp, the boat on the trailer, off the trailer, that Trailer Like a Pro will fix that problem for you. Let's pull up the anchor and run this podcast back to the dock. We'll be back again with another helpful and fun episode next time. If you'd like to be a guest on the podcast, visit boatbuyerssecretweapon.com/guest, and I'll help offer insights into your boat research and shopping experience. Also, we'd appreciate it if you took just 2 minutes to rate and review this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. It helps others find us so we can help more boaters. By the way, if you want to ensure you find the perfect boat at the lowest possible price so you can buy with 100% confidence, visit boatbuyerssecretweapon.com/academy for a short video and all the details. Now, before we go, I want to leave you with a few first-time boating tips for when you own your new boat. Number 1, know your local boating laws, basic navigation rules, and how to operate your boat safely. It'll make boating even more fun for everyone. 2, be aware of your wake at all times and pay attention to no wake zones because you are responsible for your wake. When maneuvering at slow speeds, you can put out an enormous wake. If going slow, be courteous, save some fuel, and drop down to idle speed, just in forward gear to ensure there is no wake. This could save you an expensive ticket and will keep you from being that guy on your waterway. Number 3, boats do not have headlights. They have docking lights, specifically made for seeing in tight quarters and docking. Do not turn your docking lights on while cruising down the water. It can blind other boaters and is very dangerous and, again, could save you an expensive ticket. Number 4, follow the maintenance schedule for your boat. Change the oil, impeller, gear lube, winterize if you need to winterize in your area. Inspect your trailer tires, bearings, and grease the hubs if you're a trailer boater to ensure you don't experience expensive and unnecessary repairs that will impact your boating time. Number 5, always double check your plug is in, your battery is charged, and the fuel is full before heading out for a day on the water. It could just save your boating day. And if you're a trailer boater, I've got a few extra tips. Number 1, at the boat ramp, prepare your boat your gear, and your guests in the staging area. Then, when you're ready, back down the ramp, unload the boat, head to the parking lot, and right back down to your boat to be fast and courteous to your fellow boaters, and don't tie up that ramp unnecessarily. Next, use transom tie-down straps when trailing your boat. Very bad things can happen if you don't, and they do happen. 3, check everything in the boat is secure before heading down the road. Seat cushions, gear, keys, towels, even tubes and lily pads can get blown out when pulling your boat down the highway or interstate. And most important, have fun. Enjoy your boat and get on the water as much as possible, because life truly is better on a boat. Until next time, this is your friend in boating, Captain Matt.